Are we live?
Ja, vi er live.
Hello world! And welcome to Q&A number 2 with Didrik, Jonas and Blomst.
Yeah, let's get started. Have you thought about developing poles from which to hang the suspension straps for situations where there are no trees and the Draumr is used like a tent?
Yes, we have. But we will not make it in the near future at least.
And actually you can use trekking poles for it. You can just like mount it on the ground. We'll post a link to a YouTube video where Shug actually has made a video on how you can use trekking poles to mount a hammock to the ground.
Yeah, but then you would use it as a tent, and that would work. But if you're asking if we're making poles to actually suspend the hammock so you can hang inside the hammock above ground, then you can't use trekking poles, and that's a different kind of product.
Yeah, I know Tensa has made something that you can use to kind of get the job done. We'll post a link to that as well. You want to read it in Norwegian?
Ok, nå finner jeg ingen norske forhandlere som selger produktene deres, bortsett fra Amoks egen nettside. Hva er grunnen til det? Og hvorfor er det ikke mulig å kjøpe Draumr XL uten liggeunderlag?
So, the first question, the reason why you can't find us in any retailers in Norway or any other retailers online in Norway, for that matter, is because we dropped all retailers last fall. So the only place you can get a Hammock now, and we also mentioned this in the last Q&A I think, is on our official website, hammock.equipment.com, or the affiliated regional sites. Why is it not possible to buy a Draumr XL without Fjøl XL?
The reason is that the Draumr XL has a pocket that is a lot bigger than the regular Draumr, and the regular Draumr already uses the longest available pad size, which is 198 centimeters, and the Draumr XL has a pad size of 220 centimeters. So you also need a special pad, and we are the only company that is making this pad
at this length.
At this length,
yeah.
Currently.
Yeah.
So the reason we're not selling it without the pad is that you wouldn't find a pad that fits. Do you plan on selling / making a bigger tarp for the to offer better wind protection and winter conditions, like real doors or panel flaps? So winter tarp, yes, we are gonna make a winter tarp, or a larger tarp at least. It's not certain at this moment what it's gonna be, or how if it's gonna have doors, if it's gonna have zippers, poles. So it's not ready. Maybe sometime late next season or next winter, we're not sure. It's not going to be ready for this spring at least.
What is the best way to wash off pine tree sap from the straps? So actually we haven't tried this ourselves, so we had to do a bit of Googling, and some of the things that came up was like trying to use different kinds of organic oil, like olive oil and kind of some butter or etc. So a fatty acid of some sort. But then Jonas also saying the first thing that came to Jonas' mind was red spirits. Is that correct?
Mineral spirits.
Mineral spirits?
I would try. So I'm guessing if you use some kind of oil, it's probably then I'm guessing you can rub it off or sort of collect it without smearing it all over the strap. So maybe try that first.
And then use a mild detergent afterwards. Like dishwashing soap is pretty good at dissolving fat. So if you try the fat solution and then want to remove the fat, then try the dishwashing soap afterwards. But then one thing that also came up is like if you have these big chunks of tree sap on the strap, you can actually try to put the strap into the freezer, and that makes the sap brittle, so it will crack, and then it's easier to take off the strap. So yeah, there are a lot of different ways to try that out, but we haven't tried it ourselves, so if anyone has tried it, please comment below.
Ja. Okay, from Gallery Nature, how to install the tarp so the head end of the Amok when in chair mode won't hit the tarp while still allowing for proper protection.
Yeah, so actually we made a video about that with where you are starting.
Okay.
Yeah, how to... in our how-to episode, so we'll post a link to that.
I'm not sure if we show it exactly or the exact question in that video, but I'm guessing just watch the video, and the higher you pitch the tarp, the easier or the more clearance you will have, at least for your head when in chair mode. And you can also maybe try to take the tie out point in the middle of the tarp on the back side of the hammock where your head is, and just try to attach it higher, maybe to a tree instead of directly down to the ground. But watch the video.
Okay, so where can I have those Amok cups? You can get them online. We sell them in all our web stores. So go to amokequipment.fi if you're from Finland. Charles Fletcher is asking, what if you were to make 2 insulated pads that can go inside the Draumr on each side of the bed for keeping the arms warm?
That would be possible. It would maybe interfere with the chair panels a little bit. Well, everything's possible. I would say that maybe we would make some kind of arm warmer or a special sleeping bag before we do that, or a special top quilt or some other remedy.
I actually have one thing that I've tried though. That is when you're out camping, you usually have those thin foam pads with you. And if you just put them between the chair panel and the fly sheet of the hammock,
yeah,
where you have your arms, that does the trick actually. It can also be the seat pad that you bring with you. So if you have one of these, you can just put that on in between the fly sheets.
Or maybe you could even, if you take a regular foam pad and maybe cut it in half, and then you can lie that across your shoulders, and like from this side and then underneath you and to this side.
Yeah.
So imagine a cross in the hammock. So the pad you have inside the pocket is the main beam, and then you have a crosswise second sleeping pad. We're not sure.
We're just playing
throwing
ball
out ideas. Yeah.
Blomst. She's sleeping now in the corner. How to properly wash the Amok?
I don't know. I've never tried.
You've never tried? Okay.
No, there's a wash label. So just use mild detergent. Don't throw it in the machine and put it at 60 degrees. I would say hand washing is the best way. Maybe. And if you have a small spot of some kind of, like, I don't know, some dirt, try to just do it spot by spot and not wash the whole thing every time. You should be good.
Yeah, and if you have a dishwashing bag, that's probably... It's not recommended that you use it, but it's also something that's good to use if you're worried about hurting the hammock or any other piece of clothing. Use that. And then I know Mikkel actually tried putting his in the washing machine once, and he recommends removing the bug net before you put it in the washing machine. So, but if you do that, do not put it on a hard program. Then it's a mild program, at least. So, hand washing. Always refer to the washing label. Okay, thanks. That's it for this time. Comment below if you have any other questions, and we'll try to bring Jonas and Blomst in for the next Q&A as well. Ha det!